Yo, guys, and welcome back here on Daily Evolutions. If you didn't already know, this is a channel where I document my journey of holistic growth while I'm walking through this matrix that we live in, man. But if you've watched the last video, I'm just gonna quickly share last thoughts on something that I ended off with, and that's about just explaining that when you meet the people who align with you vibrationally, energetically, ambition in terms of ambitions, then you sharing your energy with them is gonna it's gonna charge them the fuck up like a battery, but it's also gonna you're gonna get that reciprocated, they're gonna spread that back into you. But I just want to talk about how you can equally get drained if you are not aware of, first of all, your energy that you're carrying, but also those around you, and the different vibrations that they're vibrating at, now that boils down to emotional intelligence, and I think I've made a video about that before. Just the role of emotional intelligence and self awareness. Both very important to kind of understand like how you're feeling at a certain time, like when you have high and low levels of energy and what to do with it. To like maximize your productivity. Now, I wanted to say that it's also important to in your reading. But like I hope you guys are still doing that. It's very important to just read for your own benefit, and not like fictional books, but like non-fiction. Like real life. Personal development books, whether it be financial, whether it be just like psychological books or whatever about relationships, whatever it might be about your own body, your mind. Get on that. But I wanted to say it's important to read about psychology and stuff to understand that, because if you don't really understand different personality types, um, or even different personality disorders, that's the most extreme end of it, then you're always going to be the victim of it, right? Um, like it happened to me for a long time. Man, I didn't realize that. First of all, I have a lot of certain personality traits uh, that are, I would say, hidden. They're not hidden. I just was never aware. But then, once reading about that and becoming more self-aware, you start to also become aware of the world around you, and you start to realize that maybe uh, the reason why you felt a certain way in a certain group or amongst a certain group of people, or amongst one person, a friend or a family member, or just a random acquaintance that you know, like is just there's so many different personality types, and people thrive off of different things. So people get triggered by different things. So I want you guys to read about hmm, what's it, psychopathy. Hope I said that right. Sadism. People who experience pleasure from seeing other people in pain. Uh, Narcissism. Covert versions of narcissism, covert female narcissism, narcissism in males. All of these things, man. Um, I didn't realize that. First of all, like I had so many people around me with a lot of, not say full blown personality disorders, but with a lot of these personality traits that literally every single time, like I could be, no matter how I felt, man, I would always bring it down to me. You go there with a high level of energy, and you come back like high level of energy, but also like your mindset going there all positive. Vibrating highly. Listen to the birds, man. They just sound like happy in the background. I like that. I like that. But anyway, you could have, like I personally have gone many times, like high levels of energy, but I just somehow always come back like drained. Shit, it's hot. And after like doing my reading, it's only then that you realize like, holy shit, like some people thrive off this shit. Like some people are draining you. Like like what do you call those things? Like those parasites on dogs. Like what do you call them? Ticks. Like literally, like those things. Like that's the relationship, like a parasitic relationship. Like where something occupies the host. It doesn't have energy for itself, but feeds off of the host to a point where, so if, if it doesn't get cut off the host, it'll feed off of it until the host eventually dies. That's the most extreme situation, like in a scenario rather in nature. But I hope you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, these things are resembled in like human relations too. Shit, it's crazy how interconnected all of these systems are. But yeah, short video. Just wanted to say that as much as in the last video I spoke about how meeting someone who was energetically aligned with me just like fueled me to like, I don't know, be the bestest version of myself and like bring out all of this cultivated energy that I've had like stored in myself from retaining my energy, my semen for 108 days now. How many days was it back then? 105, 104. That was amazing experience. Um, yeah, and literally, it's the opposite of what I felt around so many of the people that I got to be comfortable with before, and I realized like, holy shit, this is what I've been needing. But also, I've been putting myself in a toxic ass situation, um, and hence now that I've just like pulled back from that and just focused back fully on me, man, I just feel like first of all, my throat chakra is like my expression has always been there, but it's like a lot freer. It's not worried or like blinded rather by false opinions or opinions that are only meant to jeopardize whatever you have going on or whatever it might be. But I'm saying, fuck, man, if you're really not aware, sorry for my language, man, but if you're really not aware of all of these things, then you'll always be a victim to it. Now that I am, I'm almost like, shit, how could you have stayed in these things for so long? How could you have accepted that for so long and not set any boundaries? But no more, man. Better late than never, right? But never late is better. That's a Drake line from Fancy. But you guys get me, yeah? And I'm gonna stop this video right here. I just want to emphasize, man, put yourself in places where your energy will be maintained and not drained, okay? Listen, if you're on this channel, you're doing the right thing, you're evolving daily, man. That's all we try to do. Anyway, peace.